Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 8, the Kobe Bean Bryant Early Years episode of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. Hope you guys are doing well, having a great time out there. Ready to check out some more of this fascinating CRPG with me. I do not remember any of this from previous runs and stuff like that. Which I know I had one that got pretty far, but that was the end of it. So here we are. I'm gonna try this wolves encounter again because I think I can maybe do it. Okay, here we go. All right, attack you. Wait, attack you first. Wait, we may be able to do this, guys. If I could take this one down, and that other wolf doesn't get in the way, the big one. Badly injured. Near death. Come on, come on, don't get in the way. Oh, she did. Alright, so let me drink a potion of minor endurance. And immediately get into stag mode. Oh no, I'm toast now. Do a carnage. Come on, stag mode. Didn't let me down before. Injured. Oh yeah, we got this. Badly injured. Near death. Got her. Bong bong, mashallah. Just in time too. Got him. We did it. Nice way to start the episode. And we get 3 wolf hides. And our endurance goes back up, but our health is now we have to worry about. Huh. I guess we come over here. Oh, let's get in scouting mode. Bong, bong, look at that.
Easy does it.
Loose brick. Oh, son, a minor cloak of protection. Which we already have, but that can go in the stash nonetheless. And then we've got a turquoise, an amethyst, and 2 agates. Beautiful. Scout the place out a bit. Sick, awesome episode start. We've got this thing right here. These aged walls appear to have once encircled this entire glade. Only a small fragment remains, and the stairs leading up to the top of the structure have crumbled away. Examine the wall more closely. The heavy bricks are slick with moss, presenting a hindrance to climbing, but the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. Scale the wall. Find a handhold upon one of the large stones and start to pull yourself up, but the uneven bricks and odd angle of ascent make the climb difficult. And after a short distance, your arms begin to burn too fiercely. You're forced to drop back down to the ground. Given the right tools. Oh, see, I probably should have tools by now.
They'll never know I'm here.
If I had used scouting mode on the other places that I should have. But I didn't have tutorials turned on at the time. Yeah, to get up there.
They'll never know I'm here.
It seems like almost in all these places, once you turn on scouting mode, you're going to find something. At least almost in every place, it seems. Alright, so it looks like nothing here. I don't know where to get like a grappling hook. Let's head, oh, let's do a
You'll never
scouting
know
mode
I'm
over
here.
by here. Over by the waterfall. Huh. What was back here? I forget what was back there. Oh, the entrance? Zarup Camp. Wait, did I find a grappling hook and put it in the storage? I don't know, but it's time to leave the map now. There's no way we can handle the bears at the moment. So we're just going to get down here. And I guess there's multiple exits to the map, which should mean there's multiple ways that we can go. Let's try coming out this direction to the west. Guess we'd have to specifically come down out here. To the Gilded Vale. Take you 8 hours. Let's go, son. Here we are. Stash can now be accessed. Let's read our journal, how far we've gotten. Across the Valewood. We did that. I've reached the Valewood. The village of Gilded Vale lies just beyond. I finally reached the Gilded Vale. It's not quite what I was expecting. Visions and whispers. After surviving an explosion outside of the ruins of Salant Lees, I experienced a vision. Since then, I've been hearing sounds with no source and seeing things that aren't there. Seek help for your condition. Tasks, late for dinner. The Black Hound Inn in Gilded Vale has lost its beloved cook. Speak with the innkeeper at the Black Hound Inn. What else? Journal. Visions. You have seen visions of another time and place. You were walking in a grand chamber toward a giant machine and a man standing in front of it. You wanted to ask him something, but what it was wasn't clear. Okay, I'm not going to go through all that right now. Let's come down in to the Gilded Vale. Oh, dang. People strung up. What do we have here?
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him, and he scans you with sunken, lifeless eyes. A man approaches you, his skin dull and gray as the desolate village behind him. Do you welcome everyone this way? The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
He appraises you over half-moon spectacles and scratches his chin, and his gaze swivels back to you. What are you talking about?
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Raderick has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly toward the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Raderick's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
He folds his arms. You said something about Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy before? He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Deerwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. He shakes his head. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Widewind's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. I see. Lord Raderick's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. He nods. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understand our rules. I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with the Biawak. Is there someone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Raderick, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
He sneers, and the magistrate frowns. He points at a body hanging from the tree.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. He regards you carefully. You'll want to mind where you mention that. Trespassing on Anguithan ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Bareth have mercy. We certainly have. I don't think so. Just as they finished, there was a Biawak. He polishes his spectacles on his sleeve. If you'd been that close to a Biawak, you wouldn't be standing here. Goodbye.
Keep out of...
Urgiat curtly nods curtly. Urgiat.
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Urgiat looks out toward the east, his expression unreadable. He blinks slowly and turns his attention back to you.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Raderick. I fear Lord Raderick's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
A peculiar spasm crosses his face and the corner of his mouth quirks up into a mirthless smile. What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Bareth must be redoubled. He sets a steady gaze on you. What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps, but that is not your concern. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest, the inn, or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Farewell. I didn't want to get into a fight with him over words. Guardsmen. Move along. Keep out of trouble. Speak to Urgiat if you're in need of instruction. Adair. Scattered between the roots are bracelets of twine and bead, wilting flowers, and notes half erased by the rains. I should be in scouting
Easy
mode.
does it.
Take blood moss.
They'll never know I'm here.
Settler's arrow, it looks like. What if it's not the baby? Maybe Kolsch managed to... Hush, are you mad? Leave it for the indoors. Used to have a lot more fortune tellers come through. Lord Radric had us chase him off. The Blackhound's Inn is a fine place to sit and have a smoke. Feels like we've been seeing more bandits along the roads of late. Beneath the vines are crude carvings of a sun rising over 3 stars. The old Phaleon. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from his past seem to call out to you. Reach out for the soul. You see a pennant waving tall and sluggish in the wind, a rising sun embroidered on the banner, the vanguard of a small troop of paladins. The atmosphere is buoyant, if restrained, and their armor has not yet been tarnished by the elements. This expedition is fresh, young, filled with zest and zeal. At their head stands a commander, awkward in full armor but determined in step. Despite the excitement of his fellows, he does not smile. There's a twist to his mouth, his countenance grim. He throws up a hand, halting his troop. Silence falls among them, revealing a dark thunder, deep and low. He orders them to ready their weapons and spread out. Eyes dart from horizon to horizon, necks twisting to see the source of the sound. In the distance, dust and lightning rise from the ground as Stygian clouds race towards them overhead. The soldiers stand, only the staccato movement of their breath betraying their nerves. The commander closes his eyes, calling a blessing down on his troop. Invigorated, invincible, they wait as the enemy draws closer, poised to attack. Oh, those are backer quotes, aren't they?
They'll never know
Stuff
I'm
made
here.
from the Kickstarter backers. I'm not sure about that. Location discover Temple of Aethys. That's what this is. Things are bound to get worse now. Don't be stupid. They can't possibly get any worse. Crops are blighted. The legacy is upon us. This place is cursed. Feels like we've been seeing more bandits on the roads of late. Well, let's come back up here and Talk to, I think his name is Adair. Adair.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Strange way to talk about your dead. He looks up at the tree and breathes out. Half the town's up there now, it seems like. No right way to talk about it. I'm looking for someone who can help me feel better. He gives an understanding nod as he takes a long drag from his pipe. My condolences. He exhales and turns his attention away, watching the village around him. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
She spits at his feet. The woman crosses her arms. The others, 2 folk men and an elven woman, don't look convinced. What's going on? Angry townsman. One of the other men points at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. Mocking us even while he shelters in our village. Just goes to show you what these fancy Adira manners are worth. Or Adair manners are worth. We don't take to that kind of treatment, not from foreigners, and especially not from Adirans. The woman looks you up and down. And that means you too. Don't push us.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
The second man thrusts his chin at the elf. He stinks of sour ale.
Fie, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
What?
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
A collective cry of outrage rises from the 3 locals. The second man snarls.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
He frowns and swallows. Horror and shock paint themselves across the elven man's face in broad, hasty strokes. He plants his feet. Something surly and raw flickers through his eyes.
That's where you're wrong.
The elven woman draws a blade. This is unnecessary. Wouldn't you rather be inside drinking than out here arguing? We don't take orders from any blazing Adirans. We don't take charity, neither. You now have 1 rank in a disposition reputation. These reputations represent how people perceive your personality throughout the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and benign reputations often bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity, but if your main character is a priest or paladin, you must be careful not to misalign their dispositions with what is favored by their deity and order, respectively. For the main character only, their dispositions will modify the effects of holy radiance for priests and faith and conviction for paladins. We don't have to worry too much about that. They squint at you through red, bleary eyes. Sounds suspiciously like you're defending them. Oh, they're attacking me. I don't really want to fight, but if I must... Let's go ahead and... attack here, switch into a stag. Wow, 1 shot, 1 kill. Wow. You scored a crit for 20 damage. 20 pierce damage. Looks like 26, but it hasn't registered yet. A crit is a better result than a hit, and they are more likely to occur when the attack's accuracy is higher than the target's defense. Attacks that do damage will do more damage on crit. Attacks that inflict status effects or afflictions will have increased duration on a crit. Grazes are worse than hits and suffer decreased damage and effect durations. Wow. As the last of his attackers falls, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
I'm glad I could help. He gives you a quick smile. Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts, as if the company of a fellow countryman. He straightens his hood and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvusser, at your service.
How did you manage to get stuck out here? He laughs uncomfortably. That is something of a long story.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Gwithan ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
He leans closer. A bivouac.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
He regards you with new interest. Just how did you manage to cross those three drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
He tenses his fingers and looks away. He did make a rather lewd suggestion regarding one of the aggressors and his own sister. Ah, that. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. I heard the same thing. For just a moment, he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies. What are you doing in Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
He cocks his head looking at you, and he folds his arms and frowns, looking toward the center of town. And you? I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
His eyes flicker as he looks you up and down. He nods at the old gnarled tree in the center of town. His darting glance takes in the tumble-down buildings and the fallow rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be sought elsewhere. Or would be best sought elsewhere. You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
A sly grin crosses his lips. I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
He gives you a guardedly hopeful look and wrinkles his nose. So do I. Let's go then.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Nice. New companion who we can level up. Aloth. First let's loot. Angry townsman. 5 silver louche. 2 silver fannings. They're worth 6 apiece. Simple clothing. This outfit is extremely simple, consisting of little more than a rough shirt and breeches made from uncomfortable material. It's worth 20 though. We'll have Aloth carry it to the trader, wherever they may be. Dagger and clubs. Plus 5 accuracy, it's fast. Weak interrupt, 9 to 13 crush damage. Most commonly fashioned from a short length of wood, clubs are simple but fast and effective weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And then I told her that's not the pistol. Huh. This ale tastes funny to you? You think she'll say yes? She's mad enough to lie with you. Why not wed you while she's at it? I bet they have better gold rot chew in the city. The city's where kith go for svef, not gold rot. Deerford, then? Tuatanu's one of the best smiths in the Deerwood, but his stock's been lousy lately. The crops are blighted, the legacy is upon us, this place is cursed. Let's come up here, talk to this villager. Blackhound Inn's a fine place to sit and have a smoke. We should level up Aloth. I guess he's a wizard. I thought Lord Bradrick's heir would mark the end of all this. Nobles put out buoys to float, same as us. I wish you wouldn't call them that. You're right, he's not very noble. Huh. Careful if you head east. Guards patrol the eastern wood, but not the Black Meadow. Poor Afra is so worried about her child. I don't blame her. Scout this place, looks interesting. No? Oh, it just steps up. We've got a shack here. Zlox the Usurper and Clink. Zlox. You see a lone man standing in a field. He looks around surveying the crops. Occasionally he bends to examine a leaf up close. He is intent on what he is doing, completely absorbed in his work. This man approaches him from behind. He moves slowly but does nothing to mask his approach. In his hand he holds a large sword. There appears to be no malice or hatred in the man's demeanor. He almost seems pleased. The first man hears his approach and stands, running away from the plant he was inspecting. His face breaks into a smile and he opens his arms to welcome the approaching man. The smile freezes into a grimace as the second man thrusts a sword through his stomach, its blade now protruding from his back. 1 second, guys. Oh. His arms slowly fall to his side and blood starts to drip from the sword onto the plants below the men. As the first man crumbles to his knees, the second pulls the sword out, a tear slowly falling down the cheek of his still smiling face. Huh, that wasn't too bad. Clink. You see a small group of people gathered around the ruins of a house. The destruction continues out from the single dwelling through the entire village. The destruction, I might have said construction. Not a single building still stands. Rubble is scattered everywhere. One of the men in the group leans over something in the debris. It is this man, younger, barely more than a boy. The man reaches out and shakes the boy by the shoulder. The boy makes no sound and doesn't respond to the man's disturbance. The man looks up at the other members of the group and shrugs, standing to rejoin his friends. The boy suddenly sits up, eyes wide. He scrabbles backward away from the group, looking around in horror. The group moves toward him in unison, eliciting a yelp from the boy, who tries to move farther away. A woman in the group puts out her hand, stopping the rest. She turns to them reproachfully, motions for them to stay, then looks at the boy on the ground, who is trying to push himself through what remains of a wall. He seems unaware he has even stopped. The woman slowly moves toward the boy, hands out, speaking in a low, calming tone. For a time, the boy doesn't even hear. He just closes his eyes and braces himself against the wall, expecting violence. Eventually, the woman's words work through the fear, and he hears her. He opens his tear-filled eyes and stares at her. She holds out a hand to him. He looks at it, seemingly confused by the offer, then hesitantly reaches out. She takes his hand in hers and leans down to help him stand. Aww. I guess there could be some pretty sweet ones like that.
I shall
The only
be
thing is I
discreet.
want to check everywhere with this scouting ability. And that could be problematic for my hours in the playthrough. Alright, let's see how long we've been playing. 36 minutes. I guess we can enter in here. Or you know what? Let's go talk to this villager. Do you hear the bells? Bad news, I think.
Easy does it.
We'll level up Aloth next episode. And go from there. And we'll try to find a trader to sell some of this junk to. I guess since we're in a town, we can access the stash, if that's how that works. I have a feeling this might be like a trader's hut or something, though. So I'll end it here and say thanks for joining. Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe before heading out. I'd greatly appreciate it. Quick heads up, you can become a member if you really want to help out the channel. Here on YouTube or on patreon.com/fluent. Feel free to look into that if that's what you'd like to do. No pressure or anything like that. And hope to see you guys next time. Like I said, we'll level up Aloth and check him out a bit more, see what he's using and wearing, and go from there. Continue exploring the Gilded Vale and see what's what. Very fun, very exciting stuff so far. Looks like he's got a lot of lore. We'll check out his talents and stuff next time. So until then, be well, live well, stay well, guys, and much love, peace, and joy. Hope to see you all next time. Let me make a save here real quick. And yeah, we're just easing in here, starting to get the hang of things a little bit. Lots of fun left to be had. So I'll see you guys then. Peace out, my babies. And yeah, ciao for now.